Hey guys, Steve here with the strategy session for July 9th, 2014. So we had definitely a better day in the market today. The Fed meeting minutes seemed to give the market a big boost towards the end of the day. But as you can see on the watch list, we had substantially more green than red. I think we only had four stocks that were negative for the day. So we definitely opened ourselves up to a couple more possible entries. So we'll go through each stock that was up today real quick, and then at the end we'll identify any positions we're going to take and size those positions. So the first one up 3% on the day was Nvidia. Really had a nice move off this trend line support that we had identified. So with the move today up 3%, looks like it's heading back towards the top of the box from a weekly consolidation area. So a more aggressive trader could identify a box down here, a breakout, and then really set their stop under 1830. But we're going to look more for the weekly break of consolidation first. TWX. Here again, we had this nice long weekly consolidation. Finally, it looks like it's starting to break out. We had a nice move today, up 2.35%. So we will be adding this one to the model portfolio with our stop under 67.80. So a close below 67.80 would get us out of this trade. Amazon still working in that same box that it was before, really between 337 and 321. So at least we are confident that the bottom of the box is at 321.80. So we are fairly confident on that now that it has bounced off of that level. Wyndham will be our second entry in the model portfolio today. Again, we identified this weekly consolidation level, and also we have this trend line that's going through here on the weekly. So now it looks like we're starting to finally break out above that consolidation. Again, then we go to the daily. Same thing, we had a nice little move, basically all-time highs, at least 52-week highs, 2-year highs. So what we're going to do with this one, a little different. We have a fairly recent swing low that we identify here at 72.45. So that's going to be our stop on this trade. And earnings are just about 2 weeks out from tomorrow. So just gets us in under our 2-week rule for trading before earnings. So we will enter Wyndham as the second trade. Walgreens yesterday broke down below the box. Not really interested in it right now. Sealed Air definitely bouncing along that trend line support we identified. We're in a weekly consolidation. So until we really see a move over the 35 level, that'll be our trigger to get in. McKesson again pushing up to the top of a consolidation area. Over 191 would be our trigger. VF Corp, same thing, still moving sideways in the box. Earnings coming up, no trade on that. Genuine Parts, again, this could be our next trade, but earnings are on the 18th, and I'd really like to see a move over 89, which is where it's failed. Looks like 3 times so far. So I'd really like to see that, but with earnings coming up, probably going to pass on that one. ExxonMobil definitely working the upper part of the range. A move over this 104.33 would probably be our trigger to enter. Again, though, we have to just watch earnings coming up. Sorry about that. We just have to watch earnings coming up soon. Merck moving sideways inside the box we identified. Nothing to do there. SunTrust Bank working the bottom of the range, bouncing off support 39.77 area. So again, we'd have to see a move over 41 to get involved. Green Mountain still in the range, nothing really to do there. I'd actually like to see this one come back down a little bit and maybe identify another support area down here, and then break out from a lower box. This way we we at least are closer to that trend line support. If we break out here, I'm just afraid it might fail. Baxter, really, really close to breaking out. We had this high here at 75.92, so that's really where I'm looking for it to break above. We probably could enter here, but earnings are the 17th, so that's within 2 weeks, so we will pass. AMT we entered yesterday, so obviously it's moving, we entered 2 days ago, so moving above that resistance area. That's kind of what we're looking for. Obviously, eventually if we start getting another breakout, we could probably trail stops to 88.50, but that's for another day. For now, just hold on to what we got and let it work. Key Corp in the range, nothing to do. LinkedIn broke down. As I said yesterday, you could possibly short it if you wanted to. I'm not really looking to short anything right now. I'm looking mainly to be long, just because of the the strength in the market. Really no reason to be short anything as far as I'm concerned. Macy's within the range, moving up, pinching up against between resistance and this trend line. Getting a lot of emails right now. So definitely, a move over the $60 level would be our entry. Union Pacific, same thing in the box, not really doing much. Waiting for a breakout. Kimberly-Clark, we were alerted on Kimberly-Clark today. It's close. We probably, a little more strength we would want to enter, but with earnings coming up in less than 2 weeks, we will pass. Motorola in the box, moving sideways, possibly moving to this weekly support trend line. So for now, nothing to do. Lockheed Martin, testing the bottom of the box, broke weekly support based on our weekly trend line support. So now we're looking at testing the 153, 154 area, and then see where it goes from there. ADM, another one of our positions, as you can see, or as you may have seen in the free trade idea, it's really just moving sideways at this point. After the breakout, digesting that move, it did, essentially only rest 1 day, which was yesterday, on a move from 43.50 all the way through the breakout of 46. So some sideways action here would probably be a good idea. American Express, nice tight consolidation right above weekly support. Great setup here. Move over 96.10. Stop goes 93.74. Again, earnings coming up on the 28th, 29th. So for now, nothing to do in American Express. Same here with Northrop Grumman. Over 125 is our entry. Right now, just moving sideways. Honeywell, moving sideways. Bounced off this support area, this trend line area. So a move over 95.50 would be a weekly break and also a daily break, and then we could put our stop right here at this 92.65. Ingersoll Rand, again, broke down below the box, possibly coming in to test this trend line. For right now, nothing. AIG, again, same thing, just moving sideways, not much to do. Fidelity, pinching up between the trend line and the resistance level. A move over this 55 area could get us involved, and we have a couple days to get in until it would be 2 weeks till our earnings period. Qualcomm, same idea, moving sideways, trend line support, nothing to do. So as you can see, guys, this is what I do every night. This is, how I go through all my positions, how I go through all potential trades, and we identify areas that we want to be in and stocks that we want to be in, and the support level. So this way, when it happens, we know how to handle it. We know what we're supposed to do. That's the beauty of creating a plan and following it, is that you're not out there trying to figure it out in the heat of the moment. You have a plan, and now all you have to do is follow it. Again, EQR, I'd like to see just a little bit more upside. It hasn't been a convincing breakout, let's put it that way. So if we can push into the 64 level and we have time before earnings, that's definitely the next one that could be a trigger. Pitney Bowes, again, moving sideways, coming into this weekly trend line support. For right now, not much. MMM, 3M, nice tight consolidation, coming into weekly trend line support. Move over 145.65 is a trigger. UPS over 104. You could see how these tails touch this trend line that we drew here. So now I'm a little bit more confident in that trend being an actual, where everyone else is drawing their trend lines. So, at this point, again, a move over 104. Got a nice long, looks like right here, right through here, a nice long weekly trend line. I mean, doesn't get much better than that. So that's your trade. 104.28, breakout above that, and we're in. Stanley Black & Decker. Again, we have this, I would say, maybe a trend line that goes something like that. We can maybe draw a smaller box than we had before. So, we kind of modified things a little bit. But maybe that's our next box. So, again, same thing though. Over 88.76. We could be pushing into this resistance level. But then we could at least bring our stop tight. 86.73. Again, earnings coming up soon. Stryker, bouncing off the bottom of the consolidation, bottom of the range. Earnings in 3 days. Or, I'm sorry, a week. So, not much. Apple, same thing. It was same thing as ADM. It really is moving sideways. Could be marking time till earnings come out on the 22nd. So this one we got in, right at the 2-week threshold. But, our stop is tight. This 90.18 level is our stop. So for now, let's just see what happens. The last one that was minimally up for the day was Public Storage. Again, testing this support level. So I would say we could probably modify our box a little bit and be a little bit more confident in that box there. Again though, a breakout over 174 really puts us into blue sky territory. A weekly breakout, a daily breakout, a tight stop. That's the setup we're looking for. So as I said, the two trades we're going to enter are Time Warner and Wyndham. So just go through real quick. So I put this one in already. Wyndham, our stop price is going to be $72.25, risk of $4.78 per share. So therefore our position size is 157 shares. And TWX. And guys, that's just as simple as identifying what the stop price is that we're going to set. I mean, obviously there's a little bit of a slippage, they call it, just based on where we get filled. But for the most part, you can be right on. So same thing, TWX, we're risking $4.61 per share with our stop at 67.80. So all you do is you take this, whatever you're willing to risk, so the account value times 0.75%, $750 max risk. You take $750 and you divide $4.61 into that, and that tells you how many shares you can trade for the position that you want. So for the TWX, we're going to have 163 shares. So again, those are put into the model portfolio. Entry day will be tomorrow, and I will set those orders to trigger for tomorrow morning. As far as today goes, AMT moved into positive territory. The other two positions were down about 1%. So guys, I hope this is helping at least maybe some of the new traders. If not, maybe some of the experienced traders that are having a little bit of a struggle. It can be this simple. I try not to overcomplicate things, and I have a full-time job, so I come home and I make these videos, and this basically is how I prepare for the next day. So I am actually taking the same trades that, you know, I identify here. I will be entering Wyndham and Time Warner in my personal account. Same thing for tomorrow's open. So I'm trading right alongside you guys. And, you know, this is for educational purposes only. You know, that's the disclaimer that we have to put on everything. But, you know, I hope that the content at least shows you that trading doesn't have to be a full-time thing. And you can do it on a part-time basis. So, you know, guys, like I said, I hope it's at least you guys can see how easy it can be and how having a plan really simplifies everything. So, you know, again, if you haven't followed me already on Twitter and StockTwits, please do so. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you're interested in the free trade, you can sign up for that on the blog. And we will see you tomorrow. All right, guys, take care.